Hello and welcome. I'm Sangeet and you're watching WMA Student News. From street dog to pampered pooches, from birds to monkeys and holy cows. This week we have a lot to tell about animals in Delhi. Here are the top stories. Cattle roundup. Delhi's sacred cows vanish from the city. Canine crisis. What's being done about Delhi's street dog problem? And birds of a feather live together. Why the absence of birds is a bad sign. These stories and much more. When you think of India, cows on the street come to mind, but they seem to be disappearing. Where have they gone? WMA investigates. Oblivious of the commotion and taking time to munch on the garbage, this Delhi cow is holding up traffic. Once upon a time, cows on city roads was a common sight, but nowadays the slow-moving creatures have all but disappeared from the capital.
Last year, we captured around 11,736 stray cattle, which were taken and were released.
NGOs such as the Sanctuary in Vasant Kunj in South Delhi. Animal rights activists say shelters have been effective in one, controlling the number of cows on the streets, and two, making sure they are cared for.
These people have been strictly told not to leave any cattle on the road, to put them in the dairies, or they would be picked up, auctioned and challaned.
Pravati takes care of over 500 cows at her shelter in Delhi. She says her numbers are growing.
Whenever they get enough cattle, they donate it to us with their share of food and sometimes money also.
While 32,000 cows might have been plucked from Delhi's streets, they are still somewhere else. And what's more, cattle auctions just sell half of what's put on bid. People in Delhi are worried about stray dogs. Day by day, numbers are increasing. MCD has promised many ways to gain control, but NGOs say these promises are not enough. Ashutosh Shukla has the story.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
दिल्ली में कुत्ते मस्त हैं और प्रशासन पस्त है, जिसका खामियाजा आम लोगों को भुगतना पड़ रहा है। ऐसे ही लोगों में से एक हैं जनरल सिंह। कुत्ते के काटने की वजह से 10 सुइयां वो पेट में लगवा चुके हैं।
दिल्ली में बहुत ज़्यादा आवारा कुत्ते हैं और वो लोगों को राह चलते हुए काटते हैं। पिछले दिन मेरे को भी काटा है कुत्ते ने, इसलिए गवर्नमेंट को कुछ सोचना चाहिए इनके बारे में।
एक अनुमान के मुताबिक दिल्ली में लगभग 7.5 लाख आवारा कुत्ते हैं। एमसीडी के स्वास्थ्य विभाग के अनुसार रोज लगभग 500 लोगों को कुत्ते काटते हैं। इनकी संख्या को काबू में करने के लिए महापालिका प्रशासन पूरे प्रयास कर रही है, ऐसा दावा अधिकारियों ने किया है।
And so what dogs are concerned, we try to sterilize them. We catch them, sterilize them and release them to the same habitation as per the directions of the court.
सरकार एनिमल बर्ड कंट्रोल के नाम पर लाखों की योजनाएं चला रही है। बावजूद इसके इनकी संख्या बदस्तूर बढ़ती जा रही है। गैर सरकारी संगठन इसका सीधा दोष एनिमल बोर्ड को दे रहे हैं।
ये सारा कुछ काम सरकार ने एनिमल वेलफेयर बोर्ड को हाथ में दे रखा है। आपको बैठ के तनख्वाह दे रहा है, हमारे काम बंद कर दिया।
सरकारी योजनाएं असफल होने का अनुभव कई बार आता है। सरकार यदि वाकई में गैर सरकारी संगठनों के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर काम करे तो इनकी बढ़ती संख्या को काबू में किया जा सकता है। आशुतोष शुक्ला, WMA स्टूडेंट्स न्यूज़, नई दिल्ली।
The mystery of Delhi's missing birds. Many of Delhi's seasonal birds are not finding their way home. Malvika Vyavahare finds out why.
Imagine our days without song here in Delhi, but it's this busy city life that's driving the birds away. Some say there's been an alarming decline in their population.
The munias have gone, your sparrows have gone. It is becoming sad, really.
Sad because there's a loss of habitat, polluted rivers, and the constant burden of construction. That means birds have no place to breed, to find food, or even a place to make a home.
Delhi being a hugely urbanized area in the center of this developed world, or developing world as we want to call it, it's going to get worse.
One conservationist says
that the first signs of an environmental crisis is when the animals start to leave. This very situation is happening in Delhi right now. The birds which used to make Delhi their home are now bypassing the city altogether. The Delhi Zoo is a hotspot for migratory birds. But the curator of the Delhi Zoo worries.
Over 5,000 birds used to come, but in the last few years, only about 1,000 of 6 to 7 species came.
The Delhi Zoo is one of the few protected areas in the city for both resident and migratory birds. But birds outside these walls do not seem to be a priority.
It's birds versus development.
Our national mandate is 7% development no matter what.
The roar of our development might just overpower the protests from our feathered friends. Malvika Vyavhare, WMA Student News, New Delhi.
Monkeys harass people every day in Delhi, but why is the government not able to get rid of them? Yam Kumari Kandil finds out if the MCD is doing its part.
Monkeys are a menace in Delhi. Even temples do not offer protection.
They snatch away prasad and things from people. We clean up the ground, but the monkeys climb the trees. They throw leaves and branches to the ground, dirtying it again.
The city says there are nearly 13,000 monkeys living in Delhi.
It will be good if government does something about it, but the government is not doing anything.
5 years ago, the deputy mayor of Delhi fell from his balcony when monkeys surprised him. He died several days later. Since then, the city has been trying to reduce the number of monkeys in the city.
Regarding monkeys, it's very difficult to catch them. We have very few catchers also in the MCD.
People in Delhi are harassed by menacing monkey every day. Although the government is trying to control it, they are not able to handle it so far. Yam Kumari Kadal, WMA Student News, New Delhi.
As the temperature rises in Delhi, people take precautions against the heat. But what about animals in the Delhi Zoo? Kashan Adim investigates.
These animals are suffering. 2 years ago, 24 black bucks made a tragic death at Delhi Zoo. The cause? Contaminated water. Still, nothing has changed.
Appearances can be deceiving. If you take a look around the main entrance of the zoo, it's full of greenery, but unfortunately the animal habitat do not enjoy the same luxury.
Once inside, no grass, animals barely able to walk in dirty water.
The living conditions are not up to the mark, and there are inadequate shelters for the animals.
Some say it's about making money and not a thing to do with caring for these helpless creatures.
Officials here fill their pockets and do not take care of the animals even if they fall sick.
The zoo has its own hospital, but the veterinarian declined to comment. We tried to reach the Environment Ministry for comment, but our calls were not returned. Time is not on the animal side. As the weather heats up, activists say the water needs to be cleaned up, shelters have to be improved, and the overall biodiversity of the park needs to be much better. Kashan Adim, WMA Student News, New Delhi.
Away from the suffering in Delhi's zoo to a different world where pampered poochies are the order of the day. Ujjwala Vishwanath reports on just how far dog owners in Delhi will go.
Pedigreed pooches are all the rage in India. It was not long ago that only street dogs were common, but now Delhi dog owners are demanding a variety of dog breeds. Prateek Kashyap has been training and rehabilitating both mixed and purebred dogs for the past 9 years.
The problem with fancy breeds during training is that they are extremely pampered. With the increasing number of grooming centers, they get pampered there as well.
High quality dogs require high maintenance, and business is good for pet care. Scooby Scrub is Delhi's first professional pet grooming center.
So the industry has grown over a period of time. A lot of foreign products have come in. So much so, companies like Dabur and Himalaya and the likes of them are getting into pet range also now.
There are some dog owners who are willing to pay the price of this scarf for their purebreds. But there's yet another price to pay that some potential owners don't even consider. Veterinarians say purebreds come at a cost.
They are, prone to the disease and infection as compared to, the other breeds or mixed breeds.
Purebred dogs require regular grooming and frequent veterinary visits. But many dog owners agree these factors are minor when compared to this beautiful bond between man and his best friend. Ujjwala Vishwanath, WMA Student News, New Delhi.
Thank you for joining us.